Hey guys, it's a beautiful day today, so I thought I'd catch a few minutes out here in the backyard where I'd tell you what we're gonna do. You know, we can't be around each other, but if you'd still get a chance to take a walk or just step outside and catch the fresh air, it's pretty nice. You can actually hear the sounds of the birds and nature because you can't hear a lot of other things. Well, you can hear my dog too. But today I'll tell you what we're gonna do. Since we're all continuing to learn from home, I thought today's episode should be dedicated to academics and music. So I want to find you some fun ways that you can use music to reinforce some of the things you learn at school. Because you know, learning isn't just about school. We try to learn our entire lives. Try to learn something new every day. Hello, everybody. H-E-L-L-O. Hello, everybody. H-E-L-L-O. So in spirit of the academics, I spelled the H-E-L-L-O, hello, today on the hello song. Might seem silly, but you know, research suggests that if we take information and pair it with a pitch, we remember it longer and are able to bring it back later. For example, if I just said hello, spelled H-E-L-L-O, you will not remember it. Like I said, it's H-E-L-L-O. You'll remember the tune in your head, which will help you remember the information that's coupled with the tune in your head. I mean, they do it all the time in advertisements. If you've lived in Chicago for a long time, if I say 588-2300, you probably finished it in your head or out loud even and said Empire. You know who to call. That's because they figured out that if you couple it with a jingle or a song, you'll remember that information. So you should try something you're trying to memorize, put it to a tune. Any tune you want. Usually ones we know well work, like Twinkle Twinkle Little Star, some basic ones. Try it sometime. It will help you remember things, whether it's a phone number, a street address, whatever it might be. So the idea behind using music to reinforce some basic academics has really been around for hundreds of years in many cultures. Songs like the alphabet song, for example, teach us very basic academics of learning the alphabet. But in the early 1970s, there was a group of people who came along who decided they'd take on a little higher level of academics through music. There was this advertisement executive, and he noticed that his son was struggling with multiplication tables. Understandable. But he also noticed that his son knew all the lyrics to all his favorite songs. So he thought, why can't we make up a song about his multiplication tables? But you have to like the song too, right? That's important. So he hired a musician to write a song about multiplication tables. And this musician, he came along and he wrote the song called 3 is the Magic Number. You might know this one, right? I'm getting there, don't worry. So they also had these connections, which helps, right? And they knew an illustrator. And this illustrator guy made pictures for this, and they pitched this idea to the ABC network. Said, hey, how about making a TV show out of this? And they were like, well, maybe just a short little thing. I don't know if it's a whole show. How about a 5-minute segment to happen between our Saturday morning cartoons? That's the beginning of Schoolhouse Rock. That's where I first learned about Schoolhouse Rock. It was a fun little show, right? So they ended up making all these different segments about different academic things. The first one they did was called Multiplication Rock. So they did all these songs about math, right? And then the next one was Grammar Rock. So they did things like nouns and adjectives and all those things about language arts. And then right around like 1976, in honor of the bicentennial or 200-year birthday of America, they came out with America Rock, which brought us some of my favorite ones from Schoolhouse Rock we'll get to in a minute. And then they did Science Rock, right? And I believe they also, in the early 80s, their last one, they tried to do like a computer rock thing, but like computers just changed so fast, their stuff was way out of date, and you know, no one wants to sing about floppy disks or whatever they were doing. But anyway, so that was called Schoolhouse Rock, and I'm gonna put a little playlist of Schoolhouse Rock songs on my YouTube channel if you want to easily access those. I also would like to play a little Schoolhouse Rock, one of my favorites, for you in just a second. What's your function? this but that. And then there's or, you have a choice like this or that. And but north, they get you pretty far. Conjunction, junction, what's your function? Hooking up boxcars and making them run right. Milk and honey, bread and butter, peas and rice. Hey, that's nice. Old but happy, digging but scratching, losing your shoe. What button up to? Hey, poor but his honest, he's there, but it's true. Alright, junction, junction, what's your function? Junction, junction, what's your function? Junction, junction, what's your function? Okay, so I had mentioned that we could use music to help us memorize things or to learn new things. But now I'd like to show you a little activity where we can actually take the language arts activity, put music to it to kind of enhance the activity, make it a little more fun. It's a game of Mad-libs. You may have heard of this before, but I like to do it with songs. You can take any song you want at all, maybe your favorite song. Today we're going to do it with a really, really simple song, just to show you quickly how it works. But you can use any song at home. So, you pull out some of the words. Some of the words you might be looking for are words like nouns, which is a person, place, or thing, like a car, or a farmer, or a tree, or maybe you're looking for verbs. A verb is an action word, something you could do, like run, or sleep, or talk. Or maybe you're looking for an adjective, which is a describing word. Describing maybe how something looks, like tall or short, or tastes, like salty or sour, something like that. Or maybe you even want to make it simpler. Might be looking for an animal, person's name, anything like that. Just find words in your song and replace them with different words. And then it usually turns out to something funny. We'll see how ours turns out in a minute. Okay, we're going to try a little Mad-libs to a really simple song. And I'll tell you the song afterwards. But you can pick any song you want. And you don't have to do really difficult parts of speech. You can just omit anything. For example, the first thing I need in this song is a person's first name. Riley, help me out. Like a fictitious name. Karen. Karen, I don't know why I laughed. That's just not what I expected you to say. Karen, not I'm talking to you, Karen, if there's a Karen out there watching. Karen, I need an adjective. That is a describing word. Noah, can you help me out with a describing word, an adjective? Angry. Oh, that's a good one. And how about an animal? See, that's much easier than coming up with an adjective. You can just do things like that. How about an animal?
A snake.
Snake. Nice. Very good. Okay. Let's see. And let's see. A noun.
Piano.
It's piano. Oh, it's okay. I'll go with that. I like that. And an adjective. You know, colors are adjectives too. The original word was a color. If you want to use a color, Riley.
Beige.
Beige. Okay. And one more noun. Plural. That means more than one. Noah?
Cacti.
What?
Cacti.
No, cacti. Give me something a little less.
Birds.
Birds. Thank you. Cacti. Okay, let's sing our song. Ready? It's to Mary Had a Little Lamb. I should have wrote these down. We'll see if I have a good memory. Ready? So it is... Karen had an angry snake. Angry snake. Oh boy, I don't like those kind of snakes. I don't really know if I like any snakes. Angry snake. Karen had an angry snake. Its piano was beige as birds. Or cacti.
Woo!
Thank you. Thank you. All right, for our performance today, I wanted to pick a song that kind of fit with our theme of academics and fit a little bit with the feeling of the Conjunction Junction song. I love geography and history, and this one kind of brings both together. We got Route 66, which was a historical highway back in the day before they had interstates. Much parts of it are closed today, but goes from Chicago to Los Angeles and mentions all the different towns along the way. And people, farmers and migrants back in the day used to use it. Like I said, nowadays it would take too long to get there because it's just a 2-lane highway and parts of it are closed. But here we go, we're going to play a little Route 66. I got to get my reading glasses.
If you ever plan to go west, travel my way, take the highway, that's the best. Get your kicks on Route 66. It winds from Chicago to LA, more than 2,000 miles away. Get your kicks on Route 66. Now go to St. Louis, up in Missouri, Oklahoma City, look mighty pretty now. The Amarillo, gather through Mexico, Flagstaff, Arizona, don't forget Winona, Kingman, Boston, San Bernardino. Would you get hip on this timely tip when you make that California tip? Get your kicks on Route 66. Get your kicks on Route 66. Get your kicks on Route 66. Right. Here we go. Hope you had a good time today. Ready for the goodbye song. 1, 2, ready, go.